Okay, audio testing 1, 2, 3. Audio testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, audio testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, sounds pretty good. Okay, the mic on this is pretty good. All right. Any hoop. Who is this lad right here speaking in English? I want to get lost in thought again. I haven't done so in a while. I guess I haven't felt the need to for quite a while. But I'm gonna turn the volume off. Maybe let the subtitles roll, and just think about, or put it at very low volume.
Misunderstood economic questions of our time. Why is housing?
There it is. Okay, that should be okay.
Okay, so this is.
No, it won't be okay because it's on the speakers. Motherfucker.
You might be asking why we've not covered it on the channel before, and the answer is that we did cover it because it was obviously such a big issue. This was one of the first videos we ever shot on this channel, maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
No, this is okay.
Back when I used to shoot my videos walking around East London, looking younger and fresher, we'll put the old one in the description.
Let me see. Is this okay?
Knew who I was at the time.
No, this is okay. Yeah, this is okay. This is okay. This is okay. So it'll record the audio from this guy talking, and I just have him as background noise. But this is actually the content I was really focusing on because I think it's really interesting. He's talking about why housing is so expensive, and I think he's right. I think everything he's saying is correct in some way. It kind of has some neuron activation in my brain, honestly. You know, those things that you instinctively think to yourself, yeah, it's got to be right, but you can't really explain it. This guy does a pretty good job. And essentially, it's just that housing is expensive, and not just housing. Everything is expensive, quote unquote expensive. Everything, like here in Japan, butter's expensive. I say butter because that's the one I've just thought of recently, but I mean everything's expensive. Let's be honest. And
everyone in pretty much every big city in the world thinks that there is a massive.
It's not just housing, is it? It's everything. GPUs are expensive. Butter is expensive. Lettuce is expensive. Everything's expensive. But the only thing that's not expensive are like really local things that are not like priced globally to compete globally, I suppose. And so what it really is kind of I would say, he didn't say this, but I think it's a devaluation of currency in some way. Like, as I wouldn't call myself rich. I don't know, I hate to compare the kind of shit because it triggers jealousy, rage, and perhaps people say you're not as rich as you think you are, which is true. There's always going to be bigger fish. But I know one thing, I'm certainly not poor. And then, I suppose, like, there was a thing that someone wrote in a book. How do you know you're actually rich? Is that you don't even think about how much you have left in your account in terms of dollars. Like, you don't think about the currency that's left. You think about the assets you own. Stocks, land, housing. When you start to own things like that, I do feel like you start to feel like, man, you feel kind of wealthy. It's a feeling. It's not like no one can tell you, like, just like when you're in love or not. You don't have some kind of little tester, like a thing you stick down your throat. Oh, you're in love. You don't need that. You just know it. You feel it, right? And you're not gonna compare yourself. Oh, man, am I more in love than that guy or this guy? You don't need it. You don't care because what's important to you is that you feel like you're in love, right? And the same thing about with wealthy too. You just kind of feel it. Okay, I feel wealthy. Probably because look at other people every day, and they're sweating their balls, like, you know, working their ass off, and you're like, why are they doing that? Right? Well, yeah, because they have to. And a lot of concepts he has in here, things that I instinctively knew to be true all along. It's something I thought this is a big takeaway. When there's a mortgage, someone's profiting. I mean, it's so obvious, think of it now. There can't be debt without credit. Who's lending you the money? They're making money off you. This is why I never wanted a mortgage. Thought, man, to be in servitude. No, I want to lend people money. Now you my bitch, is what I feel, right? And part of the money thing is getting power. You want to feel like you want to make everyone your bitch. You know, everyone crawling to you saying, "Yo, man, what do you want? I'll get it for you. I'll get your orange juice for you. I'll get your coffee for you." You know, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that feels good. You feel like royalty, as small as it may be. As small as it may be, you know, you don't have to be Elon Musk, right? Go on a first class or like own planes, have women grovel in front of you. That's like peak, like unattainable level in my book. But just to have people around you, like, I swear to God, of all the things that I think I can do, speak languages or play the piano, all that, the one thing that gets everyone's attention, bar none, is how much I made from the app. And then, whereas they don't even look at my face, don't even think anything about me, like they think I'm a piece of shit, the moment I mention that, huh? No way, you made that much? And then their opinion of you just completely changes from zero respect to possibly respect, and they deteriorate very respect, and then now they start getting you good. I swear to God, this happened to me. I had people who took care of me, like some of my needs, and like they didn't think anything. I was some kind of bum or loser until you tell them how much you make, and now they make good breakfast for you. Like they're not gonna get it, but they think maybe if I'm nice to you, I'll get a piece of that pie, maybe, eh? Anyway, the video is really good. I highly recommend this guy. He's obviously very intelligent, I think. I wouldn't look past his appearance or house. I always said that the truly rich don't want to flaunt it. They don't really want to flaunt it. Like, they do and they don't, right? They don't because they don't want to incite people's ire, okay? Have people mad at them, jealous, shit all over them, because, yo, you don't fucking deserve to be like, to have this or have that. There's a lot of jealousy there, you know, and it goes all the way to even a game like Path of Exile, which the more I think about it, is it not just like a mirror of like what goes on in the real world anyway, with dollars replaced by divines, property and stuff, assets being like in mirrors, or your gear is your assets, your divines is your cash. Truly wealthy characters in Path of Exile are ones not just have divines, right? They have great gear. They have mirror tier gear all over the place, right? So it's the way. I think that game, by the way, is a great way to learn economics. Honestly, like you can read books upon books upon books about economics, but I always think intuitive feel always beats formal knowledge, right? You can read book upon book upon book about cooking and why things are sausage meat, but the best way is go in the kitchen and cook and screw up. Like today I screwed up my sandwich. You know, I didn't add, I put chives in the freezer by accident. And I'm like, is it okay? No, it's not okay. Something happens to the chives. They taste like shit. Water, like, something breaks down in them. Like, you won't learn that though. Like, you can read about how that fucks up, but it's one thing to read about how it fucks up, and one thing to fuck it up yourself. And then next time, you don't have to think about it. Like, it's kind of embedded in your body, if that makes any sense. So, anyway, I also want to tell you, though, that money is not the end-all be-all to happiness. I guarantee you this. If I look back in my life, I'm not living the happiest times of my life. Hell no. Hell no. It wasn't even the times when I was making big money. Hell no. I don't think so. Well, it's up there, no doubt. But it's not the best times of your life. You know, think about, you get dopamine hits left and right. That's for sure. You get a lot of dopamine, but truthfully, the happiest times in life are when you connect with people and have good times with them. That's about it. Let me simplify it just as much as that. Money, I believe, is best served not by acquiring shit for the sake of acquiring shit, but to get rid of annoyances in your life. In other words, not the acquisition of positives, but the removal of negatives is the way money is best used. If something is bugging you every fucking day, you just can't stand doing it every fucking day, money is very well used for that. Because I thought about this though. Hey, maybe dangerous, right? Maybe it's a flip side. Maybe taking out the trash every day has some kind of redeeming value for your soul. It does not. I don't take out the trash anymore. I've had periods where I took out the trash diligently for my wife, and I have times when I didn't do it. And I tell you what, it doesn't make a difference. You know, if I have to choose one, I'd rather not take out the trash. I'd rather not. Okay? There's nothing redeeming about it. As opposed to, let's say, exercise that may not feel great to work out that hard, but there is redeeming value in it. It does cleanse your soul. It does make you feel better. You know what I mean? It's not like that, okay? The shit that people deal with in life, such as taking out the trash, has no redeeming value. It's just a chore, honestly. And I suppose money is best used for that. That's why, even with money, I don't want to pursue like high-end PCs or shit like that, because it's endless, right? That money is that's just wasting your money away, right? It's not an asset, the PC. It's a depreciating asset, rapidly at that. So people say, yo man, buy a GTX 480. Yeah, okay. Look, if I'm like super rich, maybe, yeah. But even with like the money I have that I have now, I still don't want to buy a new PC. It's so silly the way they upgrade shit now. Computers are not assets. They're like tools that expire very rapidly. You think of your phone and I have an iPhone 10, right? I've seen people that have maybe not even a tenth of my total wealth, and they keep upgrading their phone every year. They might look richer when you meet them. They may dress nicer and have a better phone. But you never know what the guy's asset portfolio looks like, do you? They'll never tell you, you know? I've never told anybody. I don't tell anybody. That thing's like a guarded secret for everybody. You know, you can't ask this guy, yo, what's in your fucking portfolio? He's not going to tell you exactly how much, okay? Maybe a rough guesstimate. But anyway, point stands. Okay, I think there are the super duper wealthy that flaunt it every day, but I don't think they're actually wealthy. I think they're living off someone else's wealth, honestly speaking. Like, and then people who are so wealthy that money means nothing to them, like maybe Donald Trump. Well, then there's other things in the world to pursue other than money, like position in government. That's pretty crazy, no doubt. Yeah. Anyway, regarding the housing thing, I think this guy, he's got it completely nailed. I mean, and like him, I bought gold. I did, and I was sweating it every day. Why is it not going up? Why is it not going up? Then I went batshit crazy, and after I went batshit crazy and recovered, now it doubled. I mean, tripled or whatever. But you know what? I lost everything else, right? People I wanted to be close with. I lost everything else. You asked me, is that worth it? Hell no. Fuck no. Okay? It's like, at the one time I don't want to lose this money. At the same time, money is just, there's something sick about it. I can't put my finger on it. I can't describe it to you, okay? In this video, he's very much summing up the thing is why think of a city like Rio de Janeiro or Mumbai or whatever, right? What does an unequal economy look like visually in a city, right? You got concentrated luxury in the center, and then slums all over, right? The slums being the people who serve the wealthy. It's slavery. I told my friend Galen, money, in a way, is like slavery. It depends. It doesn't have to be. Money is just a way to transfer, to keep track of who gets what, right? How to distribute wealth, essentially. Okay, but when it's an unequal society, like extremes, it does become like slavery, right? Now you're telling the little underage people what to fucking do for you, right? It becomes outright slavery. I saw it in the Philippines before, many years ago. My uncle took me there. I absolutely hated the place. You're driving, one time you see mountains of garbage just thrown on the street like it's nothing. It's completely disgusting. And other times you enter like freaking mansions, okay, like wealth galore to the point of excess. It's just revolting. All right, and I hated the Philippines. I'm sorry. They have good mangoes, maybe. I'm never going back there. I don't want to go back there. It was Manila. Yeah. And it triggers memories. I remember coming here to Okinawa. The one thing I liked, nobody gives a shit about Lexuses. But no, now they do. Sorry, they do now. But there was less of it. Honestly, there was less of it when I first came here. It was a more equal economy. And I remember being happier. I did. Because when everyone's kind of equal, everyone's kind of your friend. But when you're like unequal, I think the misery that I won't say misery. You say that, then people want to shoot you. Like, oh, you're rich and miserable? Fuck you. Fair point. But like, so what? Just because you have a clean in your account, now you can't be sad anymore? Like, it makes no sense to me, right? In fact, sometimes being poor or having not much wealth, it bonds people together. It does. You bond because you have a shared goal with others. You focus more on what you do have, which is not the money. You focus on the laughter, the good times, right? Having lived both sides of it, I lived a life where I had my father was always kind of wealthy, I suppose, but not really wealthy. Okay, just like he had some money. He's not poor. But then I was one time here when I had nothing here really. I was fucking working for my ex-wife's husband, not husband. What I'm talking about, my ex-wife's father. Okay, before we got married, and I was cutting fucking trees. Okay, fucking trees. Okay, in his fucking like nursery or whatever, because I had nothing better. I was completely unemployed and I hated. I was bitten by mosquitoes all over the place. I just wanted to prove to my girl at the time that I can still do shit, and it was pretty pathetic. I couldn't do anything, right? Looked like a loser. And then later, I scored jackpot on the App Store. Okay, now things turn around. Now she's groveling in front of me. She puts up with all kinds of shit because I can do all kinds of whatever the hell I want. She's putting up because I have money. Hey, do you feel good about that though? Honestly, do you feel good when you look at the mirror after that every day? How do you feel about yourself though? Yeah, not so hot. You know, maybe maybe I do enjoy on some level, you know, that power trip. But you don't feel so hot about yourself, honestly. You know, and would I rank that as a good time in my life? Hell no. All I saw was money tears relationships apart. You know, it can really do. Like, there's some that want to bond with you and then they leave you later when the money's not, you know, when they got their share. Thanks, bye. You know, I don't think you can call that a really good life. You know, but I mean, it doesn't have to be this way. I've now seen personal example. If you're married to the right person, maybe it's better they're equal wealth, but he hasn't had it nailed. You know, if you marry someone of a great wealth disparity, it's not a good idea, I think. Okay, because it's never balanced, is it? But if you're of equal wealth, and that's really hard to maintain, isn't it? It's probably a more stable relationship as you both respect each other very much and give each other. But if you're that much richer than the girl you're with, you're not gonna slap her or like, you know, take control of her. Like, it can happen very easily. Okay, that disparity in wealth as you get your say. So I mean, like, I don't have to say, like, right now I've ended up all alone. I'm not gonna blame the money outright. Of course, part of it's me. But I'd be remiss to say it had nothing to do with the money. It had nothing to do with it? Nah, I can't say that. Had everything to do with it? Can't say that either. So it had something to do with it? Yeah, probably it did. You end up alone if you're not careful. Sometimes. And I guess though, people said it's better to be miserable with money than it is miserable and be poor. That's true. Absolutely. But that all ties back to just one thing. Money is best used to stave off annoying shit. I was reflecting on this. What is money for? Really, best shelter, food. So you don't worry about these things anymore. The not worrying part is the best part, right? And then for small things that you buy, you don't have to worry so much of the price going up and down by like 50 cents. It doesn't like phase you. That part's good. You see, with the things I list off, they're just things you don't want to be annoyed with anymore. And now I think, like, now, hey, you want to make money? Sell that shit. I don't know, like, I think convenience sells in this world. It does. Another video this guy was doing was how to get rich. He had nothing to say to people. Well, he got rich being a trader. I got rich because I made something, an app in the app store that was really good, okay? But I failed to continue it. I got beat by bigger corporations. And just basically, when people caught up to how, you know, how to make good apps in an app store, individuals got there first because they move quick. Corporations lag behind because they got too much, you know, because they're like elephants. They just turn slowly. Whereas an individual, like a little mosquito, he can zip around like a hummingbird. But once they turn around, you better watch out, get out of the way, right? That elephant's coming your way, and you can't stop him. So I had to get out of the way. You know, I had to like just bow out basically. But I was one of the last ones to bow out, actually, and I could have kept going, but I didn't want to. And one reason was because once you have enough money, it's like, do you want to sweat the rankings every day? With streaming too, you stream. Do you want to be beholden to a schedule every day? If you don't stream, you worry about your subscriber count dropping. You worry about extracting the max money. I mean, that's a hard thing to say. I mean, look, if you have the money in front of you, you certainly work a lot harder. Can't remove that. But I mean, if you value your own health, your own mental sanity, it's a hard thing, man, because that app did take away a lot of my mental sanity. It did. Just, people don't see that part. They just see, oh, you lucky fucking bastard, you made up, fuck you. And then, so you deal with the hate, and then you lose your mental sanity, and you get shelter. Decent shelter. That, yeah, I googled it. Land price doubled. Wonderful. I never thought about it, though. It was never my target. It just happened to double. Gold price doubled. Yeah, okay. But do you really feel wealthier? No. Because you know what really makes me feel, what made me really feel healthy, like wealthy, is if unconditional cash keeps pumping out of some undepletable resource every month. I think they call that dividends or something, okay? Like, if you have enough stored up in assets that pump out dividends like that, that's fucking wealthy. Because what you can do, if you can control your spending, you can live life free. Think about that for a second. A decent life free. And what is better than that? Now that I've said that out loud, why the fuck don't I have that set up? That's my question. I think that's what my tax accountant was trying to tell me. Maybe she was being my friend. You know, doing the apartment thing. She should do the apartment thing, my friend, she said. I didn't want to. Oh well, mistakes are made. You know, whatever. I don't know, man. Don't know what to say. My only conclusions I can ever draw from this are that if you live in a very equal society where you don't see Benzes, nor do you see people riding shit bicycles like they're so poor they're gonna fall over, like a community in which you see neither extreme, but everyone rather be equal in wealth, is happy. It is. I was there. I saw it. It's still there around me, but not to the same degree. And what else can I draw from this? Getting rich isn't all as great as it might seem to be. Okay, if you got tons of friends, if you laugh with them, smile with them every day, it's more precious than money. I'm telling you. It's more. But if money is fucking you over, like you have no shelter, you have no air conditioning, you can't even eat good food, yeah, you need to make money somewhere or another. I don't know what to tell you. And what else? Watch out, especially with women, when it comes with money. They smell that. They don't even know it themselves, but they get turned on by it. They do. Everyone does. Everyone does. They get turned on by success, money, best, number one, better than everyone else, superior, better, the best, number one, best. I guess best comes out a lot because the best is like everyone's targeting that all the time. They love it. They love it, you know? And you want to get rich? I think sell convenience to rich people. Sell convenience to rich people. Convenience. Not a good product. Convenience. If you can propose something to a rich person that says, I'll get rid of your fucking inconvenience, they'll pay. I think. They'll pay. I just signed up with them at Amazon Prime, and it is one of the best purchases. I haven't paid a cent though. One of the best things I've done so far, I think, this year, in terms of, things I purchased, I suppose. And what else? This guy's right. The housing crisis. It's not just a housing crisis. It's an asset price crisis. Very much so. Very much so. It's an asset price crisis. I was thinking holding on to the yen is stupid, right? As the yen depreciates, if your wealth is in yen, that's shitty. Yet you need yen to buy shit. So the most optimal thing to have would be having almost no yen, but having a shit ton of actual dividend producing assets pumping out money for you. Apartment would be one. Dividend producing assets would be one. Whatever it takes to get like $5,000 of just free money pumped out in your face every month, that's ideal. That's rich. And then you have a house. And then that thing will cover your shitty things like property taxes, electricity bills, gas bills, water bills, whatever the fuck bills, and then, you know. So, I mean, like, end of the day, though, all I can say is I'm tired of all this. And it's like, does it have to be this way? Is my other question. I keep pondering this other question. Like, he's analyzing the situation very well. My question, though, is, does it have to be this way? You know, like, another great point he made was like, people whine about this situation as if it's an abnormality. Oh, it shouldn't be this unequal. But he points out that actually the abnormality was a long period after World War II where housing was affordable. And I think that may be true. He says, look at history. Have you looked at history? Studying history does help, doesn't it? Apparently, like, this is what happens by default. That the good times after World War II were an abnormality. I remember my dad telling me stories about how some telephone pole worker in Canada was offered high management job at Bell Canada just because he's a telephone pole worker and nothing more. That shit does not fly today. If you're a telephone pole worker today, you're gonna stay there for the rest of your fucking life. You know what I mean? Like, things have changed. Things have really changed since like the 70s and 80s. Oh hell, they've changed for sure. And
I think it's probably not the right way to do it.
Anyway, and just as I finish talking, I think, like, you know, this video ends too, and I think it was a very thought-provoking video. I think it was fantastic. It's, you know, you can find the link, or I'm too lazy to even post it. I'm just saying, like, I also watched another video about, he made a very clickbait title, How to Get Rich. I just wanted to see what he had to say. He said people ask him all the time, because he's rich, how do I get rich? And he's like asking the question. Truth is, man, it is exciting and hard at the same time. It's like Path of Exile. If you can figure out ways to get rich in Path of Exile, you probably have a shot in the real world, honestly. I mean, like, there's something that I know don't work. You're late to the party every time, and you're following advice from other people, because by the time you get there, everyone's beat you to it already. So a lot of ways, getting rich is about, you're in heavy competition with everyone else. You have to admit the competition's out there. It's out there everywhere. Everyone's fighting over money. Just you don't see the fighting as in like a physical fight. But it's there. When you play Path of Exile in the Trade League, that's what you feel every fucking day. People are fighting and clamoring over divines. Okay? And all the friendships you meet, well, with some exceptions, of course, are all kind of like fake. Alright? What everyone wants is their divines. Honestly. And it's fun, though. I'm going to tell you, it's fun. It's fun and tiring at the same time. And yet it's weird, like, why do people love it so much? Because it's engaging a part of our brain that's, I don't know, it's like, maybe we have a built-in, like, compete in the economy thing in our brain ever since we were born. I'm not joking. A competition. Forget the economy part. Just competition. And to deny that is denying your true nature, I think. Everyone is in constant competition with each other over everything. Women, cars, money, bigger houses, better food, better cuisine. Everything's a competition from start to finish. And yeah, there comes a time when it kind of gets excessive, doesn't it? And I don't know what to say about this. But, like, I guess my parting thought, which is kind of going to sound really cheesy and corny, is, but where's the love in all of this? You know what I mean? If indeed everything is, then the woman you're with doesn't love you, and you don't love her either. You're together because it just makes competitive sense. Is that really the case? Like, what I've witnessed so far points to me that that is the case. And should that competitive edge vanish, they will cease to see the point of being together. You know? I'd like to believe I'd like to believe that you just really enjoy each other's company. I'd like to believe that. But as someone who has been with someone for a long time, and I really enjoyed her company, I don't know if she really enjoyed mine. I think she did. I'm never sure though. Was she laughing all the time because she knew I had money? Like, I don't think I'll ever know. I don't think it's really true. But it really changed once you get married and you have kids. Oh fuck, does it ever change? Man, that sweet little like do whatever you want, girl, ain't gonna be that girl anymore. I'm telling you, they turn vicious out. They turn competitive after that. They turn like beast mode after that. Like kids first, you get the fuck go somewhere else. Oh wait, but before you go downstairs, leave the cash, please. I'm serious. They turn to that. They turn into that, and they just try their best not to not offend you. I can't see any other way. That's exactly what they turn to. Like, I once saw this crazy picture of my father sent me this picture of my mom and my dad together at 20 something. I'm like, holy fuck, my mom's hot. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, right? But she's pretty hot. I look at that picture. What? I don't know. I turn my head and look at her. If I saw that kind of girl on the outside, she's slender, good looking, nice skin. But I know my mom, what she looks like now. Oh man, I don't like the way she looks at all. She looks horrible and terrifying. And for all I know, when I was growing up, I never thought my mom was very pretty at all, honestly. But I mean, like, I know there's other women who are different, who age very well, look pretty all their life. My mom's not one of them. To me, though, that indicates she was seductress, before getting married, then turns beast mode after that to protect herself and her offspring, being myself. But I don't think she did a very good job at that thing, honestly. I'm just saying that is the pattern I see most commonly. Believe marriage is mostly about image, presentation. It is a bit overblown, in my opinion. You may have had a wonderful marriage. That's good for you. I did not want any part of any of that kind of stupid shit. I thought it was stupid. I thought if you really like each other's company, my belief was, why do you want to drag the whole world and the government along into your relationship? Why poison it? It ruins the purity. Okay? Now you're in competition now. Who's the best couple? Look who got divorced. Like everyone's like gossiping over this kind of shit. It's like, why drag yourself into this world? Can't you just enjoy each other's company? Well, a woman who wants to get married that badly does not, I think, honestly. She's concerned about the image of it and not happy with what it is intrinsically. That's what I feel, honestly. And that's why I don't, the closest thing to a nice, beautiful relationship, my neighbors back in Toronto. I know it sounds stupid, but this woman, as wise as she was, dumped the man she was initially with and gave birth to a son, but she remarried. And she told me a whole story about how, like, her son was, like, really hard to convince, like, okay, this is your new dad now. But I mean, like, I get it. Women jump ship like that. When the previous guy can't measure up, I'm jumping ship. I'm not dealing with this shit. Hey, hell no. I want my wine over a nice air-conditioned marble, marble floor and marble countertops and nice fireplace. Fuck no, I'm not dealing with this man's shit. And if the other guy's offering that, jump ship. What's the old saying? I know I'm gonna get so much flack for saying this. There's a joke. I didn't say this. I'm gonna do what the people do. I didn't say this. I saw this in a movie where an actor said this. So now it's nothing to do with me now. That they're like monkeys. Women, they don't grab onto the next vine until they see it. Okay? They confirm the next vine's there. They let go of the current one. They move to the next vine. Something like that. It's stuck in my head. Is all I'm telling you. I'm not promoting this idea. Just that it's stuck in my head. And it's kind of true. And I just have to say, like, just be careful. Just be careful. I mean, to myself. To not nobody but myself in the future. Just be really wary. I am already very wary. I have to tell myself, I am very wary about people now. I don't want to be, believe me. I don't want to be, but I have to. Because, So, like, it is blessed that if you can get one happy relationship in your life that just lasts forever, I think that's blessed. That's unbelievably blessed, if you ask me. It's just about as rare as getting rich, you know, honestly. And to have both, it was like winning the lottery twice, in my book. You know, you have one or the other. You know, and both is pretty damn rare, I think. You know, and it's not just the woman at fault here. Like, what about when she gets old? I kept thinking about this. Like, I had to do a hard test. If the girl you're with lost all of her looks overnight, skin scalded off by some terrible accident, you look at her, she looks like, you know, if you played Expedition 33, you got, hey, why does that game feature attractive people? Because everyone likes attractive people, okay? What if Mael looks like, see, I forgot her another name. What's her real name? Who the fuck cares, right? The one where she's like, she can't even talk because she's been like in a terrible accident. Yeah, how long can you stomach that? Looking at that though, how long can you stomach that? Honestly, be honest with yourself. You want to virtue signal, say, yeah, no, that's beautiful. I don't think so, man. If it was, Mael would be like 10 minutes of screen time, and that other character that's like, you know, her real character would be like the fucking 20 hours you're playing the game. We don't want to see that, okay? The game designers are saying this, not me. They're saying it indirectly by giving you the pretty character. And you're saying it too by liking the game and playing it that way. Even though you think you're not complicit, you are by liking it this way and favoring the game that does it this way. And the next developer will do it that way too. Right? No one wants to see ugly, burnt faces. Okay? It doesn't matter how you used to be beautiful. It don't matter anymore. You're not beautiful now. That's all I care. Now you do the test. Would you, okay, stay with the girl you're with if she lost her face? And I tell myself no. No. Because looking at her face and her wonderful smile and those beautiful eyes is what keeps me in the relationship. It is. You think, oh, what a scumbag you are. Really? Really? Because she knows it too. Why do you think she makes so much effort into all that stuff, right? Fuck you. Of course, this is a matter of fact. It's only in the stupid Hollywood movies they try to go against this. We should be embracing it. Women have to be pretty. Sorry. It's true. Isn't it? It's absolutely true. I went on so many tangents here. Holy shit. The point being simply that it's just a huge competition fest out there. And maybe that's why people feel anxiety and depressed. That's it. And as much as I want to believe it's not a competition, it is a competition. And the only way to beat this, what is the way to beat this? Is to not play the game. To say I see how it's all playing out there, but I don't want to play this game. And that's it. Like, if you don't want to get tired of grinding the vines in Path of Exile, don't play Path of Exile if you can stomach that. If you can't get away from that kind of game, I'm guessing it won't work for you in real life either. Like, I don't mind. I haven't played in 3 days. I don't care. I just see the pointless. Some people seem to be lost in that, just grinding the vines still. I mean, I think a lot of people get burnt out, though. But, like, just don't play it. Say, I don't care about views. You do. I still do, but I don't. And I don't care about app downloads. I don't care about my bank account statement. Because, fuck it. Right? But I think it's better if you do that when you have the $3,000 coming in a month. You know? Then you can say fuck it. Because then you have shelter, housing. You can buy some shit every month, not a lot. You don't buy 10 PCs. You're not gonna do like a Marcus Brown, whatever that guy is, have like 50 fucking phones in front of you. Ain't gonna be like that. But you can just chill and watch YouTube all day, and like the Office Space joke goes, you just do nothing all day. It's funny how that ended up being my life.